Okay, class number 318. I'm sorry, 518. I have no need. And I started this off with, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And I told Carmen I was going to talk about her today, and I am, because early, right after the last Thursday, somewhere around Friday or Saturday, I can't remember, but I was laying there, and I'm sorry, my mind's all over the place, I guess. It's class number 218. I don't know why my mind was on 5 something, but 218. So thanks, Kenny, for that correction. Class number 218. But I was thinking about the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. I was just laying there thinking that. And I thought about a story that Kenny told me once when Carmen was about to have 2 houses. They were selling a home and moving to another one, and the one house had not closed, they hadn't sold the other one, and they were going to have 2 mortgages, and that was just going to kind of be a bit much. And so she said she went and sat down and was meditating, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And her mind got still, and she heard a voice say, I have no need. I have no need. And within no time, the house closed, and they sold it and moved right on into the new place that they were moving into. And I just kept thinking about that all week. I have no need. And so then I said, well, yeah, Isaiah 65:24. Before they call. That stays with me all the time. Before they call, I have answered. And I said, if I've already answered, the answer is already there, then everything, every situation, no matter what it looks like, there's nothing there but God, the substance. Because I've been meditating that for quite a bit now, months. There's nothing there but substance. I don't care what it looks like. And so then another thought came to me. Jesus said, before the foundations of the world, I am. He also said, before Abraham was, I am. I woke up this morning thinking, before anything, I am. I am the substance. I am the substance that all things are created out of. I am one with the Father. I am one with perfection. That makes me perfection. Not what I'm looking at out here in the world, but that which is invisible. The evidence of that which we can't see. So I really can't see me. I can see an out-pictured form that people told me, my mother told me this is you, but that's not me. And so I said, wow, I really have no need. So then this boy spoke to me and said, I am who you are. I am substance. I am who you are. And everything is made out of who you are and who I am. I have no need. And then it just happens that when this one I am registers in your consciousness as God, as the only I am, you stop concerning yourself with trying to do things, trying to get things. You start looking at things in a different way. And I could have very easily titled this class blessed this morning from the hip-hop artist Biggie Smalls, where he started out that song, "It was all a dream." You know, that's all it is. It's a dream. And when you awaken from a dream, all of the stuff that was in the dream goes away. You ever notice that? And sometimes you try hard as you can to hold on to it, and you start writing down stuff or get a pad so I can write this dream down. And no. It comes to a point where you realize this is a dream. The man dreamed that he had a woman come out of his chest. The man dreamed that they ate from a tree of the knowledge of good and evil. He had the dream there was a tree. And then the man dreamed that they were thrown out of a garden, that they had to cover themselves. They were naked and afraid. And then the man dreamed that he had 2 children and one killed the other one. It's all a dream, which requires an awakening. Paul said, "Awake thou that sleepest, and Christ will give you light." A dream. I started meditating the Our Father all over again, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, there's the substance, the word, the voice, and thy will be done. And I narrowed it all the way down to this. God only has one wish, one will, and that will is that you awaken. That you awaken from this dream of humanity, this dream of good and evil, this dream of people rich, people poor, people sick, people, you name it, it's a dream. And God's will is that you awaken from a dream of sickness and disease and got to heal the body. I asked God this morning, what is healing? And I kept, I was laying there because you can keep trying to heal somebody as long as you want. But do you ever really heal a person? So I started meditating when Jesus, it says he was unable to do many mighty works in his hometown because of their unbelief. And I said, wait a minute. Why couldn't he do many mighty works in his hometown because of their unbelief? When you start thinking about what the mighty works are, they're all done in consciousness. In other words, the mighty work would be, in myself, I realize that you are free. I come away from my dream of you having a hard time, and I realize you are free. And you stay that way. You start believing that you are awakening from a dream. That's healing. We're not healing. We're not fixing broken bones, and we're not fixing blood disorders, and we're not going around looking for different ways to keep the body straight, because it's all going to the same place anyway. I don't care how straight you keep a body. All your life is still headed in the direction that it's going in, and that's to some kind of a grave. So really, the thing needs to be completed in consciousness. Jesus healed all who were oppressed of the devil. Going about doing all good works and healing all who are oppressed of the devil. How did he heal all who were oppressed of the devil? He awakened from the dream of the illusion of sickness and disease. He awakened from the dream. So he couldn't do many mighty works down in his hometown because of their unbelief. They wanted to return to the dream. They didn't want to change within their own consciousness. But he was like, okay, then he just kicks his heels together, kicks the dust from among his heels, and moves on. In his mind, I realized this is a dream. What made me really see this was when the boat with the disciples was out on the water and got turbulent and rough, and Jesus was walking right on past them. He's just going on about his business. And they're sitting back over in there dreaming. It's a ghost. What is this? Somebody said, oh, it's the Lord. And here goes Peter. Well, if it's you, Lord, bid me come out there. Okay, come on. And all of a sudden, he went back to sleep on the way to Jesus and started sinking down in the waves. It's a dream. We have to awaken from the dream. And then as I was thinking about all of that, and I went in my little book, The Practice of Reality, and I got out the little thing on I said, wait a minute, there's a chapter in there called healing. And I tore open that book and looked, I found healing. What is healing? Is it the changing of conditions? No. Is it the rearrangement of thoughts? No. Is it the adjustment of dreams? No. Healing is one's awakening from sleep and dream. While it is true that there are no events in a dream nor anyone in a dream, still it is true also that so long as I accept any imperfections before me, I am dreaming. If I see imperfection or hear imperfection or feel imperfection, I can do so only in a dream. I cannot do so in God, my perfect state. Remember, he said now, before the foundations of the world, I am perfect. If I believe that another is reporting sickness, discord, or limitation of any kind, I am forced to admit that insofar as I am concerned, I am dreaming it. For it is certain that all I know of another is my consciousness of them. And were I functioning fully from my God perfection, I would not be cognizant of imperfection anywhere. Thus, it was that after his resurrection, Jesus did no healing works of any kind. He was then prepared to return to the Father, the state of uninterrupted perfection. Wow. We realize that in Jesus, in the mind of Jesus Christ, everybody on this planet is healed, whole, perfect, suffering nothing, lacking nothing, not limited to anything. In the mind of Jesus Christ, he came here and did the will of the Father. He said, well, what was it that God wanted? What did God want out of Jesus' life? What was God's will for Jesus? It was that Jesus was to come into a world of illusion, sleep, and dream and rid it out of his consciousness and show us that that is salvation. Salvation is not running up to the front of the church. Salvation is not running around telling everybody I'm saved. I believe that the Lord was raised from the dead. I believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God. Those are words. It's when you awaken from a dream of illusion and sickness and disease and error and sin, that is when you are saved. You were always saved. We just need to realize that we're only dealing with our own consciousness. We have no need because our consciousness is all that we are. And with that consciousness, with that awareness of truth, there's nothing in our consciousness that we could need. God is the perfect state of our consciousness. Why would Jesus look at people and say, or the disciples anyway, or you or me? Why would he say, be perfect as your Father is perfect? And who was standing there when Abraham, his name was Abraham at the time, he says, walk perfect before me? Who was he talking to? His own consciousness. Your consciousness is your voice. It is the voice that we call the still small voice. It is your voice that says, you are awakened. You are no longer dreaming. you are taking a look and realizing there's no way in the world that this world is fair. That so many would be so poor and so many would be so rich. I was watching TV the other night and literally started crying. When I literally saw that people like Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, when I looked and I saw that these people pay something like less than 3% in taxes. These people have $25 and $30 billion. And I saw a lady on TV a while ago, and this lady said, I owe the IRS $12,439 or something like that, and I wasn't going to be able to pay. And Jeff Bezos and them have not even paid $14,000 or $12,000 in taxes. They have cornered markets, and they got so much false wealth. That's what I call it, because it's a dream. It's a dream. At least the poor people are trying to do something about their situation. They're trying to make it better. But those who are rich, those out there, the multi-billionaires, the multi-millionaires, they ain't trying to come back toward no God. They ain't trying to understand I am substance. They're trying to get more. Jay-Z was, the other day I saw him on TV. My career is an anomaly. Wait a minute. Y'all don't understand. It's just a dream. You dreaming you got all that. It's going to turn around. It will not buy you heaven. You cannot take it. Biggie Smalls says it was all a dream. That's all it is. When we sitting around here looking around at people, looking at racism, systemic racism, looking at, oh Lord. I saw this guy on TV last night, some congressman from Texas, some guy named Louis Gohmert, and the host of the show was saying this is by far the stupidest man in Congress. This is the man who said that maybe he caught coronavirus from his mask. And he said, I can't remember what he said, but something he said, it was so stupid until another congresswoman that he was talking to said, I'll have to get back to you on that, because they make a commitment not to embarrass each other in front of the public or the media. You know, and you sit and you just say, can people be that asleep? Yes, they can, because I was asleep. And I'm feeling the effects of awakening. It's amazing. Once you change how you see something, you change your perspective, it starts to get easier. It starts to get easier. This whole coronavirus thing, this whole what is it? All of the who is it? There are a few hospitals. There's some hospitals now that are telling people if you're not vaccinated, you're not going to be able to work. We're going to take your job. We're going to do this. That's all a dream. Yesterday was a pretty miserable day for me. I took Cynthia down to CVS on Tuesday, and we had our second vaccination. And yesterday was Wednesday, and I had a headache all day long. I was awakened very early, like 3 o'clock in the morning. Cynthia was shivering like ice, like they said, flu symptoms or something. And I got more cover and put it on her, and then I was laying there. I had been asleep, and I was sleeping from under the cover because it was very humid. And I had the air on, but I can't have the air but so low because she'll get real cold. And so by the time I got under the cover, I was shivering. But it wasn't just from just this cold. It was from that shot and I chills, shaking like crazy. And I said, wow, man, this is ridiculous. And so then I had to get up, put on a heavier top. She shivered one more time, and then it left her alone. But then it stayed with me for hours, and I was laying there. I have no need. It's like you do realize that just because you're saying something is not going to make something go away. And then it hit me. Take no thought. Take no thought whatsoever for your life. And so the chills went. I started sweating. I got myself together. I'm knowing while the lady's coming to do Cynthia's hair at 12 o'clock. I got to get myself together here. And that's when the headache just started staying. That headache stayed with me all day long. I talked to somebody later on in the day, and I kind of had the same, it had the same effect on me. I said, I had the Pfizer vaccine, and he said, that's what I had. He said, but if it'll make you feel better to know that the chills you had and that headache all day, and that's to let you know it's working. I wanted to say to him, how stupid could you be? So you're going to make me sick in order to make me know that something is working. Now, I wasn't sick. I didn't get sick. But who wants to sit around with a headache all day long and go, that's okay, this is cool, this is working. This is what's supposed to be happening. You imagine Jesus going around telling people, I'm going to give you a vaccine, and you're going to feel bad for a while, but that's okay. That means it's working. I cannot find anywhere in the Bible where Jesus gave somebody any prayer, any word, any statement. I can't find where he did that, and he made them feel real bad. And then after feeling bad for so long, he told them, well, that means it's working. But that's how sleep people are. That means it's working, man. You don't feel good right now. You got a headache. You got the chills all day, but that's okay. That means it's working. It's good for you. Wow. Awakening from the Dream. I got a beautiful book here by Virginia Stevenson. It's called Genesis, Awakening from the Dream. And she says, creation is the activity of divine principle, revealing eternal life in an infinite way. Spiritually speaking, there is no beginning and no ending in creation. The Latin Vulgate translation of the Bible begins Genesis in this way. In principle, God created the heaven and the earth. Life spirit is eternally manifesting itself as incorporeal heaven and earth. With our awakening understanding, we see the light and know that there is a divine principle revealing itself as heaven and earth. The spiritual sense of the word heaven is the consciousness of harmony and peace, maintained by spirit. The spiritual sense of the word earth is this heavenly consciousness of light and love manifesting as spiritual ideas. Thus, heaven and earth are one as principle, and its ideas are one, and it is good. The principle of life is expressing itself as you and me from a perfect standpoint, and it is consciousness, and it is all one. There is no part there to feel bad in order to feel good. There's no part there to get sick and to get well. There's no part there to be poor and to get rich. There's no part there to not have and then to have. I have no need. Why? Because I am divine principle. I am substance. I am all that everything is made out of. That's why Jesus could say, I am the way, the truth, and the life. That's why he could say, I am the resurrection and the life. I am the good shepherd. That's why he could say that. Why? Because he's realizing I am substance and not a human body. I am substance and not an aggregate of thoughts, a bunch of feelings and emotions. That's not what I am. I'm not that at all. I am the substance that everything comes out of, and everything that comes out of this substance is perfect. If it doesn't look right, then ask yourself, are you asleep? If it's painful, ask yourself, are you asleep? Nothing shall by any means hurt them. No weapon formed against them will prosper. Ask yourself, am I asleep? Am I sleeping and dreaming? Why is everything just seems like everything is against me, tearing me down, destroying me, giving me pain? Why? Sleeping and dreaming. I remember Eckhart Tolle said one day he just woke up. It just hit him. Boom, this is a dream. And that's where we've got to get. I am the answer. There are no separated people. There's nobody separate from me. You are myself. I am yourself. We are all the same self. And once that's registered in my consciousness as solid, I can't see you any other kind of way. But if you refuse and you just keep right on sleeping, decide to sleep and dream and have a hard time and try to work out things and try to figure out things and how to go out and do it, well, that's different. In my consciousness, there's no such you. I'm always dealing with me. I am the answer. In my name. Do things in my name. In Aramaic, that means do things the way I did them. Do things in my presence, my atmosphere, the attitude of mind that I have. That's what in my name means, not just Jesus. I had a funny thought that came to me, and it was Jesus had no budget to go out and share his message. He did not have a budget, yet he fed 5,000 people on a mountain. And your head starts saying, well, how can they get around to all of those people? But in reality, when he realizes I am principle and all of these people in my consciousness have what they need. They all have it. There's no way from a natural perspective for 12 guys to feed more than 5,000 people on a mountain. From a natural standpoint, it can't happen. But because of divine principle, because of spirit, because of consciousness, because consciousness realizes it is its own fulfillment, these people will be fed. And there will be 12 baskets left over. Because we stepped out of the dream. We stepped out of the illusion. We realized that in a dream, everybody already has what it is that they need to have. So therefore, they're all fed. Straight is the gate and narrow is the path that leads to eternal life. Few there be that find it. Few there be that find it. I'm still trying to imagine Jesus begging people to come up with enough money so he can go from town to town and give messages and sell them holy water and tell them something is wrong with them, but he can fix it. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. Who? I what? Substance. I. Consciousness. I'm Father. I'm standing at the door telling you to wake up. That's what he means when he says that any man would open up, my Father and I would come in and sup with him. That's what it means. If a man would just wake up, he will realize that there is nothing out here that's wrong. Nothing. Few there be that find it. There's always millions that think that they can do better. I can make more money. I can get a better job. I can get a promotion. Yeah, but it's all headed in the same direction. And you're never going to be in that spot where you're not trying to figure out how to hold on to it. You know, as I said, those multi-billionaires, the guy owning Amazon, those kind of people, they're not trying to figure out how to hold on to their money. They already got a way to hold on to it. They got tax breaks and all this kind of stuff that allows them to not have to pay. Then you got, I remember, you know, such and such ought to have to pay his fair share. Fair share for what? Pay for what? What do you get out of paying? So the whole idea is if I awaken from this dream, it won't matter. I won't care. Because I realize there's no truth to any of this. You should know the truth, and the truth will make you free. How many find a way? Few. Very few people want to stop what they're doing and say, I think this is ridiculous, ludicrous. I'm going to take another route. What route is that for me to take? The route that says, this is a dream. I don't have any need for anything. When I wake up from a dream, the dream's over. The Course in Miracles says, I need do nothing. And what that means is I don't need to do anything about what appears to be happening to me. I don't need to do anything. I need do nothing. The one thing that I do, the only reason I don't need to do anything is because I'm awakening from this dream of trying to do stuff, trying to fix stuff, trying to be something. God's will for me is to awaken from the dream. To awaken from the dream. There's this story where Jesus was talking about the sheep and the goats. And Lillian the Waters talks about it too. I was impressed by it. See, the goats are bullheaded. Hard to get through to, hard to talk to. The sheep follow. And the goats, they try to take. The sheep follow. And I started asking myself, am I a sheep or a goat? Which one? The sheep or the goat? And what we need to understand is we're all sheep. He was wounded for our transgressions. The chastisement of our peace was upon him. With his stripes we are healed. What does that mean? That means that he paid a price to awaken to the perfect truth. I mean, they put him on a cross because he would not align himself with what was customary. They put him on a cross because he refused to believe in a dream, to believe in sleep. They put him on a cross because he decided that this is all a dream. There's no reality to any of this. And so therefore, whatever I'm looking at, behind it is substance. Before the foundations of whatever I'm looking at out here, substance. Behind it all And because I realize it for what it is, I'm free. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. It will register in your consciousness that this is all a dream. And when it registers in you, and I don't mean just words, just saying, oh, it's just a dream. No. It has to be a realization of consciousness, your awareness of the truth, that there's no way God would ever allow itself to need anything, anybody, any situation. There's no way that substance, that everything that is good that God created, it was all created out of all good, all substance. How can it go bad? Has to be a dream to make it go bad. Has to be. There's no way in the world that God can go bad, and God is the only substance that there is. And because God, substance, created us, and we are the same substance that God is, then whatever this is, this image and likeness of going bad, whatever that is, it's a dream. I have no need. I am who you are. I have no need. Isn't that wonderful? There's only one voice. It's already done in the substance. That's the part that really got me going in this direction. When I wanted to awaken, in the substance, I was already awake. I've always been awake. I've never been asleep. So why does Paul say awaken from the dream? Because it appeared that we were all asleep. We all dreamed that we were somewhere and God was somewhere else. We all dreamed. This is the appearance now, not a reality. It just appears this way. It appears that we got married and couldn't make it, got divorced. We got married, couldn't make it, had children, we had to steal, kill, borrow, whatever. It appeared that we were just lost. And then God took care of some, but it wouldn't take care of all of the others. It appeared that some got really, really rich and others not quite. Wars, people killing each other, people refusing to turn within and say, what is it that you wish for me? And they would have gotten the same answer that I got. I wish beyond all things that you would wake up from this dream. I wish that you would realize that the appearance of you sleeping is exactly what that is. You don't have a need because I don't have one. I am who you are. And we can't have a need. I and the Father are one. You know, from this consciousness of perfection, you can speak the word only. And the word you're speaking is, I don't have a need. I'm not asleep. I'm not dreaming. I'm awake. Arise, shine, for thy light is come. Amen. And so it is.